Some other ways that we prepare ahead of time of the actual listing presentation, and the team helps, and I do some of them, is what I call kind of a Sherlock Holmes. If it's somebody I don't know, if it's not a past client, what we do is we get online and we look, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever we can about the person, about their situation, see if we can see any posts that they may have posted, to get an idea of their personality. In the questionnaire, we do have the DISC, so we are picking out whether they're possibly a high D, a high I, a high S, or a high C, so we can tailor the listing presentation.
Most agents will do the walkthrough, then the listing presentation there at the seller's residence. But I found that having the listing presentation at my office before the walkthrough is more beneficial because we spend less time looking at the house and more time on their needs.
So Kevin and Holly, let me talk to you all a little bit about what our goals are today. So it sounds like you guys are moving out of town, is that correct? Okay, and where are you moving to?
San Diego.
San Diego, okay, and realistically, when do you want to be there by?
The next 4 weeks or so.
The next 4 weeks, great. So let me show you a little bit about how we work, and then from there we'll go into some values of what's going on in the market, and then make a decision on the best way to get your home sold. Fair enough? Through our presentation, we talk about the communication and the importance of the communication to us and how we're going to keep them very informed of what's happening next. Keller Williams really endorses finding great people that come from contribution that really want to make a difference. And so we started specializing a little bit on how we do things to make sure that the communication is really great and that you know what we're doing on your behalf to get your home sold. Fair enough?
Sounds good.
Great. All right. So this is what our team looks like today.
I begin the listing presentation by introducing the team and taking the time to explain what each person is responsible for.
Just work on the seller side. So this is what I do. I'm the seller specialist, so I only work on the seller side. If you guys are staying in Austin, we'd have Sandra or somebody else on our team that would help you just on the buy side. So we have Jennifer, and so she runs the team in the sense of the back office. She's the director of operations. She basically tells everybody what to do. And so Tracy, myself, and Megan, so we work together as a team to just market your property.
By introducing the team, it helps the sellers understand the advantage of having all these specialists working for them and helping them with their goal.
And then Megan, she works virtually for us, and she works 40 hours a week, and all she does is internet. So internet is so key in what we do today in our business. And so we have somebody dedicated just to the over 350 different websites that we're now on. Reposting, uploading.
350?
350 different websites. It's amazing. And a lot of those are through Keller Williams where they syndicate to other sites. And so it's a great advantage of part of why we chose Keller Williams in the sense that their technology allows us to really spread around the planet.
It's important to let them know who Keller Williams is because it adds value to you as an agent. It also plants the seeds for future real estate needs.
Yeah, so the good thing is if you guys are going to China or to South Africa, I've got some great referrals for you there if you decide to leave San Diego. Yeah,
South Africa sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely. And so Mandy and our team, so she's our client care specialist, but her main role is the contract to close side of the business. You know, one thing is getting the marketing out there, getting an offer on your property, and you know, getting an acceptable price for it. The other side is getting it all the way to closing. And we've got some, you know, the new regulations that are starting that are now going to have a lot more disclosures involved in it. The good side of it is when you guys buy in San Diego, you're going to be very clear on the start to finish process of the lending side of the business and what your fees are going to be and what it's going to cost you to buy a home. So Mandy, the first thing she does is when we receive an offer is she pre-qualifies that lender and pre-qualifies that buyer. What we're finding is about 1 out of every 5 offers we get are actually contingency offers when we dig into them. It may be a relocation buyer that shows up to Austin, and when they do that, you know, that the client asks, do you have a house to sell? No, my house is sold. Well, it's under contract. It hasn't closed yet. And so when Mandy does the questionnaire through the lender, and what we find out is that, you know, when is it closing? Is it past option? Is it past appraisal? All those things. Have you actually filled out a loan app? You know, has that buyer filled out a loan app? Have you verified their employment? Have you verified their income? We want to, when we receive an offer, we want to look at it and make sure that we have all the pieces to the puzzle to make sure that 100% or at least 99.9% opportunity to get your home closed. Because what we don't want to do is it to go off the market pending and then something happened with their financing and go back on the market. Not that we can't find another buyer, but typically what's going to happen then is we're going to have a buyer agent call me up and say, hey, I noticed it went back on.
Explaining the value of what each team member does also allows us to show how we can take care of each step in the selling process to make it as easy as possible for the sellers.
So that's what she's dedicated to do, is just to make sure that 100% dedicate to make sure that you know what's going on, when it's happening, and that we've got a qualified buyer that's going to get your home, all the way to the closing. Honoring our team, I know that you had met him earlier. He's what we call our team ambassador. But really what he is he's running all over town. He's checking brochure boxes. He's checking your sign. If you guys are going to be out of town, he's going to come in the house. He's going to check the doors, check the windows, lights, all those kinds of things. If you get a cold front run in, he's going to run over there real quick and make sure that your thermostats are right and those kinds of things. Often we have clients that move and we have a vacant home. So he's going to go be checking those, check the sprinklers. He's going to be taking pictures of the house in the sense that if we see the yard is looking a little funky or the pool's looking a little weird or something, we're going to shoot you an email and say, hey, can we get somebody over here to maintain that in all that sense? Because presentation is really key in our industry.
I like that.
And keeping that up.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then Susan, she does all of our marketing, social media side of the business. Again, getting kind of back to the internet. Social media, as you guys probably know, is pretty important in what we do. Any way that we can allow people to know about your property in any different facet, we're going to do that in order to expose it. And then David and Dan are our team, so they're inside sales. And so the value of them and how they help is as soon as we sign the paperwork to get your home sold, they're going to start making phone calls in the area and knocking doors and letting people know that your home's coming on the market. Because what we know is often the neighbor may know somebody that would like to live in their neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So whether it's a family member or a friend or just somebody they may have heard of. So that's the layout of the team. Any questions you have on the team?
Looks great.
Awesome. Great. I told you before, part of Keller Williams. These are the families we've helped so far this year, just kind of giving you an idea of our track record. So just so you know that we've got many people we've helped, and look forward to helping several more before the end of the year. Last year, families we helped, again, kind of showing track record, some different rankings, a continuous branding of what we do. And then you can see Arnie's car, so he's got a little car that he runs around in, and we call it our client care vehicle. Mm-hmm. Again, just allowing service for our clients to make sure that they're taken care of. We do have a moving truck. Not that you guys are going to drive it to San Diego, because you can't.
You never know.
No.
Also includes some of the perks we offer free of charge, like a moving truck we have available, on-site closings, notaries, free use of our conference room, and copier.
We have clients that sell some furniture, and those people come and borrow our truck, and so they can get it to their house. So that's available to y'all.